Everybody, staying in the light here, shining some light on things maybe you didn't know, but you need to know. 1964, a Dixiecrat, meaning that Southern Democrats, the ones who started the KKK, you think it was a Republican. No, it was the Democrats. And why do they have a jackass as a symbol? You know why they have a jackass as a symbol of their party? Oh, that's many reasons. A jackass is let's say it's a mutated animal between a horse and a donkey. It cannot reproduce. So you can say it's anti-family. Yeah, that's my observation. There's a lot more I can talk about. But I want to focus on this 1964 war on poverty. That's the bill that Johnson signed that authorized these food stamp programs. That's where it all came from. To supplement your income for people to buy more nutritious food. In other words, if you're just making enough to eat, the government said, we're going to help you to have better choices in the food you eat. They say that was the intent. However, the actuality of the results, they knew that in 40, 50 years, that'll be your only source of income. And so the whole point is to graduate. They knew certain things were going to take place. They knew inflation. They knew they're going to devalue the dollar. All these things were planned. Nothing happens accidentally. And the fact that they say war on poverty means the war against the poor people. They did not say war against poverty. Yeah, that's something totally different. That means you do not want people to be poor if you say war against poverty. No. The bill says the war on poverty. We're going to war against you people. We're not trying to help you from being poor. We're going to war against the poor people. And this is how they did it. Because they never, in other words, this is a generational thing. The South never adapted the idea, accepted the idea of losing their so-called slaves. They feel like that was their birthright. So everything they did after that was to make sure they can re-enslave them some way by trick or hook. And these are why they brought these programs. This is why they slyly got your confidence during the civil rights movement to get you to flip from being a Republican to Democrats. Don't you know Republican? Do you see those melanated men in suits? They call them radical Republicans. Because the Republicans, we were running the governments in the South. The Republicans running the government. The Democrats were the slaveholders class. But they flipped it and got you to think the Democrats was your friend. And I'm not saying the Republicans are all that either. I'm just going with what history reports on. So the main point I want you to understand is that you have to read the words. They tell you what they're doing in the words. They said war on poverty. Go back and research it. They didn't say war against poverty. So the whole point of all these programs were to go to war against you to keep you poor. You, to make sure you don't rise above a certain level of prosperity. Because if that happened, if you're making the same as me, man, I ain't got no way to discriminate against you. Because you can buy your own businesses. You won't have to come to mine. I don't want that. I want to keep you as an underling. So I make sure you don't make too much money, just enough to get by. Hope y'all can see it. It was so clear to me growing up. That's why I never participated in no marches. Never. Never voted. Never. Because I saw the trick. I saw the game. I said, not me. So I've been looking for this day. Yeah, I've been looking for this day all my life. When people wake up and see what's really going on. Hey, what's going on? Thank you, Maria Duarte. How's things with you? So that's the message. Do your own research. Don't believe me. Thank y'all for coming by. Talk to you next time.